Hello and welcome to the Michigan Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is why that Q&A button is so important. You can direct your questions to a specific school or schools by including their name in your question. Or you can leave a question for all of our representatives to weigh in on about their institution. This is just one of many different sessions that are being hosted for Michigan students. We hope you've enjoyed other sessions and know that you can still sign up for another round following this presentation tonight. And this presentation is being recorded, like all of the presentations. They'll be available within about a week at the same website where you registered, stryscan.com/Michigan. I'd now like to turn it over and welcome our first presenter. We're going to be hearing from Lynn University.
Thanks, Jennifer, and good evening, everyone. My name is Bianca Simboli, and I'm one of the admission counselors at Lynn University. I work with all of our students in the Midwest, all the way down to Louisiana and parts of North Florida, both first year and transfer students, so I have quite a big region to cover. For those of you not familiar with Lynn University, we are located in South Florida, on the east coast of Florida, about an hour north of Miami. We're located in Boca Raton, which is a small city, so to speak. We're about 3 miles from the beach. So we're in a great area. Boca is actually one of the fastest growing metropolitan areas in the country right now. So it's a really great location for our students to go to school, to also experience off-campus culture, internships, job opportunities. There's definitely a lot happening in the Boca region right now. In addition to that, and beyond our campus culture, we have about 40,000 students in the Boca area alone. So there's a few different colleges. So there's a lot of student life activities just off campus in addition to what we offer on campus. So it's really a great place to study, work, and experience a new culture. Lynn University is a small university. We are private and have about 3,000 students on campus. We are ranked as one of the top most international schools in the country for our size. There are 3 things that we focus on at Lynn in terms of our mission that I want to touch on tonight. And that's focusing on a personalized, innovative, and global educational experience. When it comes to our student body, obviously we're a small school, but our faculty really do get to know our students at Lynn. We really want our students to navigate their academic career path in a way that's unique to them. So our faculty will get to know you and really spend that time to help you pick courses, engage with other faculty members, and really help build those connections that you need at the undergraduate level to help you get to where you want to be after graduation. So we're not really a one-size-fits-all kind of experience in the classroom. Our student to faculty ratio is 18:1, and oftentimes you'll find that your classes are smaller. For those of you that are starting the search process, our faculty actually will be willing to engage with you even at this point in the process, which is exciting. So you can always connect with me and I can always connect you to our faculty. In addition to that, our international student population is definitely a highlight of Lynn. We have students from almost 100 different countries on campus that represent that undergraduate student body. So about 20% of our students are international, and then 35% of our students come from the state of Florida, and then the rest spread out across the country. So it's a really interesting and unique experience in the classroom, and you are gaining perspective from a lot of different students, and you're going to have best friends from all over the world. Beyond that, we are a university that's ever changing. So our faculty is really excited and really student focused in terms of making sure that they adjust the curriculum and are providing students with an experience that makes sense for them and that they're teaching to this generation of students. One way that we've done that is through our dialogue curriculum. So Lynn does fall under that liberal arts umbrella. However, our dialogues are more of an applicable study of liberal arts concepts. So our students are taking courses in personal finance or statistics or perhaps environmental policy if you're not in a science-based major. So we don't have that traditional English, math, science, social science curriculum that you'll find at most liberal arts universities. We really want you to be studying with a purpose and studying content that is applicable to you, to your life, and to your ultimate career goals. So students will take their core across these 5 sectors. They're required of all students. in addition to taking your courses in your major, which are all focused on professional studies. You can find all of our majors listed here on the right. We have 6 different colleges at Lynn, and they're all quite different. We have a College of Aeronautics, our Arts and Sciences, our College of Business and Management, which is our largest, our School of Communication and Design, as well as our Conservatory of Music and College of Education. All of our Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts degrees can actually be completed in 3 years' time. So we are graduating students earlier as well. About 25% of our students are on a 3-year degree track, and they're able to save about 1 full year of tuition by doing that. And finally, in terms of classroom content, we are an Apple Distinguished School. We've been recognized by Apple for 4 consecutive years for our use of the iPad in the classroom. So all of our students get an iPad when they get to campus. We're working through the new iPad that just came out, so we're hoping that we'll have that for the fall. But every student gets an iPad. Most of your textbooks will be downloaded right on the iPad as well, and our faculty will really use that within the classroom. It does save our students up to 90% of their textbook costs, so you won't see students kind of walking around campus with heavy backpacks and things like that. In addition to that, we are an NCAA Division II athletic program. So for those of you interested, we are part of the Sunshine State Conference. We won 25 national championships across our 19 athletic teams. If you're interested in applying to Lynn, we are on the Common Application, and you can also use our Lynn application on our website. We are a test optional university, and we have been for quite some time now. So our application and review process hasn't really changed in this last year. So we've been test optional. It's up to you if you want to submit your test scores. On average, students are submitting about an 1150 on the SAT or 2324 on the ACT. We just require a letter of recommendation, your transcript, and your essay along with your application. August 1st is when our application opens, so you can start applying in August. You can find all of our social media handles there on the right, so I highly recommend that you engage with us on social media. And we are open for in-person tours, so please come visit us. We've been open all year. The visit link is right there on the bottom, as well as my contact information. So I hope you reach out, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Bianca, for sharing Lynn tonight and starting off our session together. All right, well, moving on to our next university, and we'll be hearing from Regent University.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Caitlin Irvin at Regent University, and I'm very excited to be able to talk with you about what your future could look like at Regent. So we are a private Christian liberal arts university located in coastal Virginia Beach, Virginia. As you can see from this slide, you're going to be surrounded on campus by our Georgian style architecture. We've got a lot of brick walkways on campus and a beautiful wooded landscape. Our campus has also been open all year. We are offering in-person tours, and we also have a virtual tour on our website if you're unable to come to campus yourself. So as I mentioned, we are a liberal arts university. However, one of our core values is innovation. And so we offer over 135 different programs for you to choose from, everything from arts and communication all the way to STEM programs. And we offer every level of education, all the way from associate's degrees up to PhD and doctoral programs. Some of our most popular programs for our undergraduate students include cybersecurity, psychology, business, communication, education, and biblical studies, but there is something for everyone. We have over 11,000 students total, and 4,400 of those are undergraduate students. And our students come from all over the country. They also come from 90 different countries, and they represent 40 different denominations here on campus. I'll mention that we are a Christian university, and all of our staff and faculty are Christians, but you don't necessarily have to be a Christian to attend. We are welcome to all students coming to Regent. And you can choose to study online or live on campus or commute from the local area. However you choose to study, rest assured that you're not going to get lost in a giant lecture hall or be treated like a number. You're going to learn directly from your professors in a small classroom environment, which really allows you to connect with your professors and with your peers more directly and receive more personalized instruction as well. In addition, over 90% of our faculty have earned the highest degree in their field. They're a great resource for you, not only while you're in their class, but beyond after that as well. They truly care and go the extra mile for their students and also for prospective students. So why Regent? Well, here at Regent, we want to surround you with every resource possible to make sure that you're earning a quality education and also that you have a really great and smooth experience. So we offer a lot of different services, from our academic support center to our center for student happiness. And we're just committed to your success through your entire experience. So we offer apartment-style student housing on campus, and that includes free parking, laundry, a 24-hour fitness center, Wi-Fi. They are, again, apartment-style, so they do come fully furnished, and that includes a fully furnished kitchen. And we are ranked in the top 5 for safest college campuses in Virginia as well. So we realized that figuring out the finances is a huge part of choosing which school you're going to go to. And at Regent, we're committed to making our education affordable. So that includes many scholarships, including several that you see listed on this slide. We also rank in the top 5% of most affordable private Christian colleges and universities in the country. And about 85% of our undergraduate students receive some form of aid. We also have a net price calculator on our website. I'd encourage you to check that out. You can plug in your individual variables and factors, and it can give you an estimate of what it would cost for you to attend Regent. We also understand that your college experience is a 360-degree experience. You're going to have experiences in the classroom and also outside of the classroom. And we have lots of things going on campus for you to get involved in. We have over 65 different student clubs and organizations on campus, including our surf club, moot court, our student activities board, student government, you name it, we probably have it. And if we don't have it, we welcome you to start a new club on campus. We also have different events and campus-wide activities. This past semester, we hosted different student paint nights and escape rooms on campus. And our student services has done a fantastic job of making sure that we're still able to have many activities on campus, and they've just tweaked them to work within COVID guidelines. We also offer 9 collegiate varsity sports, as well as multiple other club and intramural sports. We have a state-of-the-art performing arts center, and if you're interested in a military career, we have ROTC programs on campus as well. So as I mentioned before, Regent is located in coastal Virginia Beach. We're not far from the boardwalk. Virginia also has lots of historic sites that students love to visit, and national parks and state parks. And we are not far from other major places like Washington, D.C. and the Outer Banks. So I encourage you to apply. You can apply online or call and speak with one of our admissions counselors. And we would love to speak with you, talk with you more about Regent. And so please feel free to reach out and have a great evening.
Thank you so much, Caitlin, for presenting on Regent today. All right, we've heard from 2 great schools, and we've got a few more to go. Really excited to hear next from Maine Maritime Academy.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good night. My name is Elizabeth Allaby. I'm an admissions counselor at Maine Maritime Academy, and I'm very excited to tell you about the different opportunities to get you working on the water, in the water, out at sea. Believe it or not, Michigan actually also has one of the state maritime academies in the United States. So you might already be familiar with how we are, I guess, as a college. So one thing you'll notice right off the bat, especially in that center picture, we are located right on the coast of Maine, about halfway up the coast. We're 1 hour away from Acadia National Park. And you can see right there in that photo, we're directly on the campus. That's the working waterfront portion. I'm sorry, not the campus, the coast. The working waterfront portion of our campus, and that's our moving classroom, in essence, our 500-foot training vessel. Right now, we've got students aboard the vessel. They're accruing their sea time. and they're getting those skills to become marine engineers and deck officers. And all of our other students are also out on their summer opportunities. We'll get a little bit deeper into that. So we're a very small college, about 950 students, and we specialize in all things sort of that fall under that maritime umbrella. So we offer 23 degree programs, the majority of which are in engineering. We have shore-based power engineering, which looks more at the power sector, as well as marine engineering, in which you're going to be graduating with that bachelor's of science and a license from the US Coast Guard to be able to work on vessels of any size all over the world. So if you're paying attention to the news in the last couple of weeks, you might have seen the vessel, that ultra large cargo vessel that blocked up the Suez Canal, Ever Given. That's a good example as to where our students will wind up, who are marine engineers or who are deck officers, navigational officers. So our transportation program is quite robust as well. So if you're interested in actually operating the vessels, might be a good fit for you to come away with that Coast Guard license as well. We do offer as well ocean studies and business, and I'll get into those more in just a moment. But we're quite focused in this sort of sector. These 7 professional licensing opportunities that you see, the majority of which are all through the Coast Guard, different size licenses to allow you to work aboard different size vessels, full-on ocean-going vessels, all the way to coastal tugboats and work vessels, you name it. But we're not all just about, all work, no play. We do have quite a few different clubs and organizations that are totally student run. If there's not something that interests you, you can certainly get that going. We're a Division III school, so we have several different men and women's varsity sports teams that you can become involved in or just to cheer on. But my personal favorite is certainly down at our working waterfront. We've got over 60 training, sail, motor, keelboat vessels, you name it, that are basically your playground. So whether or not you're in one of those majors that are earning you the US Coast Guard license, you still have full access to all those vessels. So if you're interested in working on things like 100-year-old wooden schooners all the way to fiberglass motorboats, there's sort of something for you to go out and explore. So as I mentioned, we're pretty focused. We've got degrees in these 4 areas: engineering, transportation management, and ocean studies. And a huge hallmark of our education across the board is that our students are learning really by doing. So they're either out on vessels, on our own vessels, they're doing lab work in the field, they're collecting data, they're at the construction sites, for example, if that's where they lead to with that international business and logistics. They're taking engines apart, putting things back together. So our curriculum is quite hands-on. That way, by the time you graduate, employers know you've got the skills that we say that you do, and they snap you right up. I'll mention more about that in just a sec as well. One thing that I always feel like I need to mention, we are unique in this way. It is a US Coast Guard requirement for those getting the unlimited licenses, the largest licenses to allow you to operate the biggest vessels you can imagine in waters all over the world, to be in this uniform student body, what we call the Regiment of Midshipmen. So we are not a military school. However, in order to get that Coast Guard license, we gotta make sure that our students have this Coast Guard regulation, i.e. having this sort of structured environment. Not all of our students are in uniform. This is about 65% of our student body who are in the regiment. For everybody else, the business, power engineering, ocean studies, it's totally optional. It's up to you. Some students like that structure and some don't, and we totally get that, which is why so 65% of our student body will be in the regiment. When students graduate, they're not going into any branch of the armed services unless they would like to. We have a Naval ROTC unit on campus. There's a way to join the Coast Guard as an officer, as well as going to the Navy Reserves and the Marine Corps. But for the most part, that's about 6 to 7% of our student body when they graduate. These students, upon graduation, become what are called commercial mariners. They're working out in the private sector, aboard tanker vessels, cargo vessels, cruise lines, you name it. So we are not necessarily a military school unless you'd like that to be. As I mentioned, all of our students are getting a ton of different experiences in the field and their labs, as well as over their summers. We keep them really busy. We've got students right now who are out on our 500-foot training vessel. Students are heading out on their cadet shipping, working for professional vessels, as well as their co-ops and internships. So it depends on your major, what requirements that you'll have. But we get our students out in the field as early and as often as we can. And this is a big reason why over 90% of our students are employed in their fields within 90 days of graduation. They've got a lot of experience with these companies, as well as pretty robust resumes by the time they graduate. So they tend to be highly employable. The last thing I wanted to mention, if you're interested in applying, just a couple of quick facts about us. We're on the Common App. We do require that high school transcript, 1 letter of evaluation. And if you'd like to, you can certainly send us your test scores, but we're going to continue to remain test optional into the next year. And a pro tip, I recommend getting that application early, if you can. Saves you a little bit of stress and tends to open up more opportunities for scholarships. If you've got any questions, here's my information on the screen. Feel free to take a screenshot. Otherwise, I'll throw my information in the chat. Thank you so much and have a good one.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for presenting on Maine Maritime Academy. All right, our next school today is going to be Eckerd College.
All right, hey, how's everybody doing? My name is Brandon Oliver, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Eckerd College. And I'm excited to be able to share a little bit more about what makes Eckerd a unique place to study. So right off the bat, you guys can see a great aerial shot of campus. We're located in the beautiful city of St. Petersburg, Florida, and our campus is right on the Gulf of Mexico. So yeah, students don't even have to leave to take in some of the best beaches in the United States. Yeah, and so we are a smaller school. We have around 1,700 students on campus. And so, yeah, if you're looking for a smaller school with a more intimate setting, with hands-on education and majors, then we may be the place for you. Something that stands out about some of our students is that most of them are coming from out of state. So about 80% of the students are from outside of Florida. And it kind of goes to show that our students are a little bit more adventurous than the average Eckerd student. So students who are coming here are going further from home and are really looking to expand their point of view and broaden their horizons. And I really think that it adds to the campus and the sense of community that can be found on campus. You know, a lot of students aren't coming with their friends from their high schools. A lot of students are oftentimes only students from their cities and even their states sometimes. And at Eckerd, we do have a 414 academic calendar. So students will take 4 courses for fall term, 1 course for winter term, and then 4 courses again for spring term. And this allows for students to have a bit of a flexible schedule. A lot of times during that winter term, students will take advantage of our study abroad opportunities. We do have programs in every continent and in multiple countries, ranging from language learning programs, history, even environmental studies and marine science courses that can be taken during that winter term or even during the summer term. And if you do want to study abroad for longer, then that absolutely is possible as well. Something that is unique for our first year students is that we have what's called autumn term. So before fall term starts, all of our first year students will come on campus for a bit of an extended orientation type process. And so for these 3 weeks, students will learn about the different resources available to them at Eckerd, engage in campus activities, also do community service, and take 1 academic course during this time as well. So instead of being thrown right into all 4 of your classes, you do have the opportunity to take 1 class to kind of ease into that transition. And this is an example of some of the courses that we offer. There are multiple different majors that students can choose to explore. Some of our most popular being our marine science, animal studies, environmental studies, and of course our international studies program as well. And one of the great things about studying here is that you do have a faculty mentor that you do meet during that autumn term. So as soon as you come to campus, you're gonna have a mentor who works with you during all 4 years here. Your first year, it's really about helping you make sure you're adjusted to the college environment, making sure you're well adjusted to being at Eckerd. But then after that first year, you and your mentor starts thinking about, okay, let me get some work experience, an internship, maybe even some research experience under my belt, and start thinking about what my options are for after college. So by the time you graduate, you already kind of know what your plan is going to be, and there's not going to be any surprises along the way, which is definitely a great benefit for a lot of our students. And of course, academics are incredibly important, but we definitely want students to enjoy their time at Eckerd as well. You know, this will be your home for your next 4 years. So we definitely have a bunch of recreational activities that our students like to engage in. Again, this picture is taken on our South Beach. And again, you don't have to leave campus to enjoy the beach and some of the nice waters. As you'll see in this photo, there is a dog. Eckerd is incredibly pet friendly. So if you are an animal lover or you have a pet that you want to bring with you, it's certainly a possibility. We've had students not only bring small dogs and cats, but also parrots, iguanas, snakes even. So yeah, as long as it's a smaller sized animal, it's pretty much going to be allowed. We have a lot of different res halls, and so about half of them are pet friendly. In addition to the beach, we have an amazing waterfront that really serves 3 different purposes. The first of which is academic. So a lot of our courses, especially the marine sciences, which attracts a lot of students here, will take vessels out and collect samples from the Gulf and use that for research and put it in the lab. So they'll use it as a part of their studies in the curriculum. Second, we do have the waterfront for recreational purposes, which is honestly what it gets used for most. Students will be able to rent out kayaks, canoes, and all sorts of water sports equipment. There are even sailing classes that are taught sometimes. So it's a great way to explore the water in the surrounding areas. And lastly, it serves a service-oriented purpose. We have the nation's only maritime search and rescue team and at the college level. And so these students are trained to volunteer and respond to emergencies that happen in the Tampa Bay area. And they work with the Coast Guard. And yeah, it's pretty cool. These students will rescue manatees, respond to emergencies when pedestrians or just citizens are out on the water. So yeah, it's a really great experience that students will tend to try out. So if you are interested in applying, we are test optional as well this year. And you can read more about our application requirements. Our apps will open in August. But yeah, I invite you all to learn more about us. Check out our website. And thank you for your time today. Y'all have a good evening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brandon, for sharing Eckerd with all of us. All right, we're moving on to our next school. But before we do, and as they get set up, we'll be hearing next from St. Leo University. I would like to just remind our attendees that we have that Q&A button so you can leave a question for any of our schools that are presenting tonight specifically, or you can leave a question for all of our representatives to answer and share more about their program. Just a great way to personalize it. All right, now I'm going to turn it over to Connor, who's going to be sharing St. Leo.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Today, first of all, thank you everyone for taking some time out of your evening to learn about all these great institutions. Today, I am representing St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. So also on the Gulf side of the state of Florida. We would definitely love to have you come down to the Sunshine State for a visit. So my name is Connor Schaefer. I'm a senior assistant director here at St. Leo University. I'm actually also a proud alumni of St. Leo for my undergraduate and graduate program. Coming from the Northeast, I 110% know what it's like to go over 1,000 miles away from home. So definitely, if you ever have any questions or anything about St. Leo or that transition for going out of state for college, my contact information is listed at the bottom of your screen. You could reach me by email or phone, or definitely feel free, like Jennifer said, to drop any questions in the Q&A. So what is St. Leo University all about? St. Leo was established in 1889, and we're actually the oldest Catholic institution in the state of Florida. We're the second largest Catholic institution in the nation, serving over 20,000 students worldwide. So what's cool with our main campus here in Tampa Bay, you are not going to find 20,000 students if you tour campus tomorrow. We have roughly about 3,000 undergraduate students on our main campus, representing over 100 countries and 44 different states. What's awesome with St. Leo is you will get the small size classroom, about 14-to-1 student faculty ratio, but you're also going to have a large school networking system and also the amenities and resources you'll receive at a larger institution. St. Leo's application process is very simple. So we actually have a free application through our website, but we also are on the common application as well. We are test optional. We've been test optional. So if any freshmen, sophomores, or juniors are watching this presentation, do not worry. We will still be test optional when you decide to apply to St. Leo. We're currently ranked number 4 in the South for best value. So you know you're going to get a great education out of your college investment. We do have over 50 different academic programs to choose from. Some of our more popular majors include our education, our business, our biology programs, our sports business, and also our psychology programs. One really cool thing at St. Leo's, of course, we have an honors program and some accelerated degrees. So if you're trying to get an advantage over other universities, we have 3+1 accelerated programs where you can stay at St. Leo for 3 years and then stay an additional year for your master's. So you have 2 degrees in 4 years. But we also have a 3+3 pathway to law school where we have a partnership with Barry University and Florida State University up in Tallahassee. We are thriving when it comes to the medical field. So we did just add this past year health promotions and a health education major, but we also are launching this coming fall our nursing program as well. So we're super excited for that. If you are worried or any of your family or friends are worried about you going 1,000 miles away from home for college, do not worry. St. Leo is the safest campus in the state of Florida and 7th in the nation. So I always like to say as a student here at St. Leo, if you're bored on campus, it's truly just because you're not taking advantage of what the university has to offer. We do have daily mass for students that want to embrace their faith, but actually only about half of the student population at St. Leo would identify as Catholic. We are NCAA Division II with over 22 different athletic programs. We're also in the Sunshine State Conference like Eckerd and Lynn mentioned earlier in their presentations as well. We do have over 70 different clubs and organizations, including Greek life, esports, and intramurals, and the list honestly goes on and on. One thing I looked forward to as a student was the off-campus trips the school sponsors. So being about 30 minutes north from downtown Tampa and an hour west of Orlando, we do bring our students to places like Universal, Disney World, even in the Tampa Bay area. If you are interested in the sports teams, Tampa is definitely a prime area to be when it comes to the professional teams. So like the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who were actually the exclusive educational partner to the Tampa Bay Bucks, who just won the Super Bowl. So it's definitely an exciting time to be in Tampa. We are a residential campus, so we do have over 14 different residential halls to choose from your traditional first year areas to your upperclassmen suites. Our upperclassmen suites, our apartments 5 and 6, were actually featured in the top 10 residence halls in the country ranking not too long ago. So it's definitely a cool building to live in. If you tour campus, you'll want to check it out. I always say at St. Leo, if there is nothing new happening on campus, it's not St. Leo. So this past year, we did open our Benedict's Coffee House that serves Starbucks products. And this coming year, at the bottom right side of your screen, you will see the most updated photos of our brand new wellness center that will be opening in the fall. So if you already thought you were going to a resort for school in Florida, this facility will make you feel even more so. So a fun fact about this, it actually will have the largest infinity pool at a university in the state of Florida. And that pool will actually be right off of our Lake Jovita. So the campus is located on a lake. So it's going to be a pretty cool view. Your friends in Michigan will definitely be jealous of you when you are at that poolside. Last but not least, here's my contact information again. Feel free to reach out with any questions. St. Leo is currently open for tours on campus, and we have a virtual tour on our website. Thank you again for learning about St. Leo University, which is located in Tampa Bay, Florida. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much, Connor, for sharing St. Leo with all of us today. All right, well, we still have a few minutes together. I want to make sure that all of our representatives have been able to get their contact information out into the chat for our attendees to get a hold of. So I want to have a few minutes for that, a few minutes for more Q&A. Unfortunately, it looks like the University of Tampa isn't going to be able to join us, but just in case, they're able to work through more of their technical problems. I want to give them a few more minutes as well. So while we're doing that, I would love to invite everyone back on camera for a live Q&A question together. We're going to go in the exact same order that you presented. As the person ahead of you finishes answering the question, feel free to just turn on your microphone and dive right into your answer as well. So I'd love to hear from each of you about a favorite event or tradition on campus, something that is just really meaningful to your students and your whole community and gives us a little insight into your campus spirit. So we are going to start with Bianca at Lynn. Thank you so much for being our number one again.
Yeah, so one of my favorite events on campus is our celebration of the arts. So it's a 2-day event that we host, and it's our drama program, our conservatory of music, our graphic design programs. All of our arts programs are on showcase for 2 days, and it's open to the community, and it actually sells out this year. And obviously last year it was hosted virtually, but we just hosted it last week. So it was a great success, but that's definitely my favorite event on campus.
So at Regent, there's 2 events that come to mind. One is our fall festival. Usually there's a chili competition and just lots of fun things going on. It's a carnival style festival. And then another really popular event is our winter ball. A lot of students tell us that's their favorite event of the year. So depending on what you're interested in, there's a couple of different opportunities that are really fun.
The winter ball sounds fun. At Maine Maritime Academy, my favorite event is sort of how we kick off campus. So the Sunday before classes start on Monday, every student, doesn't matter what major you in, if you're getting a Coast Guard license or not, you jump off the back of the ship. So right behind me, yeah, this way. Everybody follows the president. He goes off first. For those who are getting those Coast Guard licenses, it is a requirement for ocean safety. Wouldn't you rather jump off a ship when you're not in a crisis? It's like a fire drill. But for everybody else, it kind of brings you together, and it's super fun to watch folks literally take the plunge. So, and we did it in the fall, super conducive in a COVID world. We're already outside, we're spaced apart, and it's just fun.
So yeah, I think my favorite event that happens at Eckerd is we have what's called Kappa Carnival. And so near the beaches, there's like a huge lot that the students have a lot of events at, but one of them is called Kappa Carnival, and it happens during the fall. And it's really like that area turned into a legit carnival. And there's Ferris wheels, a bunch of carnival rides, and a bunch of vendors. And it's really great because it's for the students, but it's also open to some of the community members. And so I feel like it's really great to help bridge the gap between our college and also the surrounding areas. And yeah, it's just a great time that's a lot of fun.
So at St. Leo, I definitely loved food as an undergrad. We have our International Food Night. So just kind of paint the picture with over 100 countries represented in our student undergrad population. These students from all around the world bring dishes that are more of a norm in their country. So it's really cool to kind of get an understanding of what might be normal food in their country. So getting to try your classmates' norms when it comes to food is pretty awesome.
Awesome. I love hearing about all these events because they're just so unique to each campus, but I think the thread that runs through them is just fun, community, and bringing everyone together. I hope that anyone's watching, whether it's live or if you're watching this on recording, that you are thinking, oh, that sounds cool. I could see myself participating. I could see myself being there. Maybe go check it out on social media from past years and see if you can picture yourself on campus. It's a great way to explore as you continue your college search journey. Well, we are reaching the end of our time together. I just first of all want to say thank you to all of our representatives. They did a great job. I loved all these presentations, and I appreciate you sharing not just those facts and figures for your college's experience and those admissions, requirements and dates, but just the energy and the excitement you have for the student experience in and out of the classroom on each of your campuses. For everyone who's watching, thank you for exploring and taking a step outside your comfort zone and maybe exploring a new part of the country today from Michigan and to see all the places that you can go. I hope this has piqued your curiosity. Remember, 6 minutes is only a sneak peek. So you can go online, reach out to these admissions representatives, and you can learn so much more about the opportunities that await you. All right, now for those logistics. When you close your window, there's going to be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. I promise it's super fast and easy. Also, this is just one of many sessions that are being hosted for Michigan students. We have another one coming up. We hope you'll sign up for that round. And also remember, in about a week's time, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the session recordings at the same website where you register, strivescan.com/Michigan. So you can watch this again, share it with friends and family, and also check out other presentations on great schools. Thanks again, everyone, for taking the time. Best wishes in your college search. I know it can be a big journey with a lot of steps, but it's a lot of fun along the way as you figure out what's next for you after high school. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks.